Hey, what's going on, guys? Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here. So I want to introduce to you guys the JellPack. So what the JellPack is a 12 1/4 ounce homemade backpack that's kind of a hybrid. It's based off of 3 packs. It's based off the Palante packs, the ZPacks Zero, and also the Bonfire Sparrow. Now, I'm not going to actually show you how to make this backpack because honestly, I'm really not that good of a sewer. So I would bet, even if you know how to sew this much, with these close-ups, you should be able to put one of these things together for yourself. But I will go over and do some close-ups and show you the different components that comprise this backpack and the features, and I'll show you the bling, and like I said, I'll give you links to everywhere that all the bling and the material and everything was purchased. And so let's take a look at it up close. All right, guys, so I'm going to try to get a closer up later on in the video, but right now I just want to give you some dimensions on the pack. Now, I have the pack pretty much, well, it is filled up with most everything that I would take on a hike, except for I think I've got some clothes and food is not in here, but everything else that I would take would be in here. Total capacity is 30 liters. And if you include the outside mesh pockets and the side pockets, and there's another pocket down here, which I'll show you, it's going to end up being around 35 liters. Now, with just the items that I have in here, I'm going to go ahead and extend this on out. As you can see, it is a roll top with Velcro across the top, which is like the ZPacks Zero would be, or the ZPacks Arc Blast. So total length on this thing is going to be about 33, let's see, you're not going to be able to see this, but 33 inches in total length, and width is full width is about we'll call it maybe 10 inches width up at the top. When it's totally flattened out here, you're looking at exactly 14 inches. So 14 inches flat with nothing in it, and for what I've got in here, you know, because it's more of a tubular style here. Let me see if I can give you a close-up here. Okay, so this is the top here, and like I said, it's the Velcro here, and it's more of a tubular style. Okay, so the orange fabric that you see on here is an orange Ripstop fabric that was purchased from ZPacks, and it weighs 4.85 ounces per square yard. Okay, now that's the front, and both side panels are made from that material. Over on the back here, you have it's called basically it's a black X-Packs, specifically the VX-07, and it's from Quest Outfitters, and it's 4.8 ounces per square yard. Okay, so as you notice, guys, there's basically 4 pockets, one here, and one on either side here, and then we have this big mesh pocket here. All of that pocket mesh is from Ripstop by the roll. And I know you can't see this, which is one of my favorite parts of this backpack. Now I'm going to take a closer look. But right here, and I'm going to just take this out. Okay, so on the bottom of this pack, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a pocket here. And now this is based off the Palante packs. And this is a heavy-duty lycra mesh from Quest Outfitters. And basically what I like about this is while you're walking, you put in here whatever you wanted to. I have a jacket in here. You can put a rain jacket in here, and it's accessible while you're walking. You just reach in here and
pull out your jacket, bam.
Okay guys, so you are looking at my belly here, and so in order to access the pocket back here that we were talking about earlier, you just reach, take your hand, reach back here, boom, I'm warm or I'm dry.
So let's see that from the opposite angle.
Okay, so I just want to give you guys some dimensions on the side of the pack, in case you're interested in that. So I mean, with it full in here, we're looking at about, I don't know,
7 inches or so. So I was told that this is probably the most difficult part of putting this pack together, was making the shoulder straps. Now inside the shoulder straps, let me show you real quick. It has some 1/4 inch foam that was purchased from Gossamer Gear, and it basically comes in a roll like this. And yeah, so Gossamer Gear. So like I said, I'll give you guys some links on how to get all this. These pockets that are on the side, again, I know I'm kind of just jumping around, but I'm flying by the cuff here. But it's pretty big, stretchable, not too stretchy, but I mean, I can get plenty of room in here for me to get my hand. I'm turning this sideways. The pocket this is a 550 milliliter Tokes pot that I have stuffed in there. Really like those. And this is just a 28.4 ounce bottle that I have here that stuffs easily down the side, so you could, you know, put a smart water bottle in here. Actually, probably get 2 smart water bottles in there. And on this very, very large mesh pocket on the top, you can see that it has some bungee cord that's interlaced across here, so you could actually put things on the outside if you wanted to, and it also, of course, you could tighten it down to keep things nice and secure in there. Also on the back, which I chose not to have, he asked me, but I said, well, you know, I might want it, but for now I don't. But you could also, he put some tabs in here where I could do some you know, lacing right in here to put, you know, a lot of people put a pad back here for some added, I hesitate to call it a frame or a stay, but that's what some people call it. So you just put a pad back here and then, you know, just stay back here. All right, guys, so now we got everything out of the pack, so I'm gonna zoom in and give you guys some close-ups of this. Okay, guys, so what you guys are looking at here now is the top of the pack here, and I've folded it so you can see the side of the pack. And I'm gonna just kind of drag it upwards. And then when you get to this location here, this is where your pocket would be. And oh, in case you're interested, from the top of the pack to where the pocket first starts is roughly about, we'll call it 8.5 inches. The total pocket length is 8 inches. And then we have about 8.5 inches of space until the next pocket starts, and then that pocket there to the bottom of the pack is approximately 7.25 inches. All right, guys, so now what you're looking at is you're looking at the top of the pack, and as you can see, this right here would be dead center of the pull tabs, and there's pull tabs on either side of the pack. Now here and here, that will be the start of your side seams. So that's 9, let's see if I can, so from seam to seam, you're looking at about 9 inches here, side seam, and then obviously you would have 9 and 9, you know, 9 inches here, and then your side seams start here. from the top, from this location to this location is where a strap was attached, which when this rolls up, then the strap comes from the back like this, like so, and then attaches like that. Okay, the location from the top of the pack to here where it's first sewn in is going to be let's see, 9 inches. Okay guys, so now what you're looking at is we're still looking at the top of the pack this way, and this is the beginning of our mesh pocket that's sewn onto the front, and that mesh pocket is first sewn in at roughly the 10.5 inch mark. And I'm gonna give you guys, I know you probably can't tell from what you're looking at right now, but this is still on the mesh pocket here, and I'm gonna measure from the top of that mesh pocket here all the way to the bottom of the bottom of the mesh pocket. So that mesh pocket is going to be roughly 19.25 inches. Now what you guys are looking at is a few things here. Okay, we have, this is the well, I guess what we'd call the actual front of the backpack, where our shoulder straps are connected, and from the top of the pack to where the first shoulder straps are connected are roughly about 10.5 inches. And as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this. See, but you can see they're kind of sewn onto an angle. So this side's being higher and it kind of goes to a slant. Now this would be the outer portion. So highest point is on the inner and the lower part is on the outer. Okay, man, I hope you guys can see this. Okay, so I'm measuring from the top of the pack to this first thing here. Okay, and we got a roughly, let's say about 10 inches, and then if you measure the lower part of it, it's roughly about 10.5 inches. So we got about half an inch of a slant that goes there. And then here on the pockets, or I mean on the shoulder straps here, I didn't show you this, but this is looped, and then we got our daisy chains here.
All right guys, so I want to end this video and just touch on a few points. And one of the things was Grape Nut made sure to tell me that he wanted me to be honest about the pack and tell him if there's anything about it that I would change or I would add. And right now, there's nothing that I see that I would change rather than this right here. And this is the AM steel, and it's just used to hold my Barca Lounger on here. And I just find it's too heavy duty of AM steel to, you know, to try to get in and out the Barca Lounger in and out. You almost got to use like 2 hands to push up and then work it in and out, and also to tighten it up. Therefore, but the reason why this was put there anyway was just to match the orange on here. So I would probably use some other type, or I will buy some other type of cordage to go on there. I also want to tell you guys that all of the bling, meaning, you know, the cordage and the, you know, latches and all that stuff, it came from Dutchwaregear, and I'll leave links in the description on his website as well, along with Ripstop by the roll, Gossamer Gear, and all the other people that this fabric and whatnot came from. Guys, I also want to thank Palante Packs, ZPacks, and Bonefire Gear. They were the inspiration for this pack. So guys, that's a close look at the 35 liter 12.25 ounce JellPack. I hope that this video was not all over the place showing you this. I've never really done a video like this before, you know, actually trying to show you close-ups of the pack and show you how it was put together. Again, I'm not a sewer, but if you have any questions or you need me to make any measurement or take any measurements for you on this pack, if you want to attempt this,
reach out to me. You can either leave me a comment in the comments below or send me a private message. And if I don't know the answers, I will contact Grape Nut specifically and ask him to get in touch with you. This is all about helping you guys do what he does. And you know, luckily, he's been such a good friend, and I've benefited, not only by his friendship, but he always lets me be the guinea pig when he makes something. So I consider myself lucky. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Grape Nut, I want to thank you for making me this pack and letting me be your crash test dummy. Anyway, guys, peace.